You can be the destroyer of this world. Or you can be its savior.
Reel it on in, reactors. I just got back from seeing Black Adam, and I'm here to tell you on if you should go reel this movie in. It's time to find out. It's time to reel in. Black Adam, 15 years in the making for The Rock. He's been waiting to play Teth Adam for quite some time, and now it is here. Now to start off this review, if you're going into this film for the plot, you are mistaken. You should not be going for the plot. You should be going for, number one, that post-credit scene, because that post-credit scene is amazing. This is a no-spoiler review. I'm not talking no spoilers, but thanks to The Rock, you should know what that post-credit scene is. And thanks to YouTube and its recommendations, you should definitely know what the post-credit scene is. And if you have social media, you should definitely know what the post-credit scene is. But that's all I'm going to say. But I did enjoy that post-credit scene, and so did my audience. But going into this film, you are going for the action. You are going to see the JSA. You are going to see Black Adam, and you're going to see how The Rock performs as Black Adam. And I can tell you this, The Rock is playing himself. Did you expect this man to be anything different? In any movie that he plays, The Rock is The Rock, and it does not change here. In Black Adam, The Rock is The Rock. The only thing different is that this man can fly and that he's wearing a black suit. And the suit does look nice. When Black Adam is on screen with Hawkman, Aldis Hodge, Hawkman steals the scene. Aldis Hodge is the best actor on the screen. If Black Adam is on the screen with Dr. Fate, The Rock, and Pierce Brosnan, it's Pierce Brosnan acting around The Rock in the scene. Dr. Fate steals the scene. That is what happens in this movie quite a lot. But speaking on the topic of the JSA, if you're going into this movie to see the JSA, you're going to absolutely love this film. I think the JSA were great in this film, to an extent. Hawkman is great. Aldis Hodge gives a great performance for what he is given, and I think he does a great job in this film. His action scenes are great. I love the way his suit, his wings, the way he moves, his fight scenes. Absolutely enjoyed him in this film. Dr. Fate, Pierce Brosnan does a great job with Dr. Fate. Not only that, the way he's able to act with his mask on is great too. I will say this, it was kind of hard to understand him with the mask on, but him acting underneath the mask, I think he does a good job with what he is given to do in this film. I think certain decisions that are made with his character don't rub me the right way, but that's for a spoiler discussion. But Pierce Brosnan does a great job as Dr. Fate, and I can't wait to see more of Dr. Fate in the DCEU. Seeing him use his powers, casting spells, multiply, playing mind games, just everything that Dr. Fate did in this film is great. The use of visual effects in this film when it comes to Dr. Fate is a treat on the screen. Atom Smasher, played by Noah Centineo. He is the humor relief in this film. And I gotta admit, some of the jokes hit and some of the jokes don't when it comes to his character. I feel like he could have been used more in this film. But seeing him expand into this giant man of a hero is pretty great. The way they use him in this film, it's alright. I feel like they could have used him a little bit more. Same goes with Cyclone in this film. Played by Quintessa Swindell. I think she does a good job with what she has, but she could have been used more in this film. Seeing her use her powers, I did like. The slow motion scenes with her showcasing her powers are great to an extent, but the more time she uses her powers in this film, they continuously use the slow motion, and it gets to a point, it gets kind of stale. You get kind of bored of it. That's how I feel. If you are planning on seeing this film, you're going to walk out of this theater thinking about the JSA. But not just the JSA. You're going to think about two people. Hawkman and Dr. Fate. And then it's ... Atom Smasher and Cyclone. When I think about the JSA after watching this film, I only think about those two. Although their powers are great, they are underused in this film. They're great on screen, But when it comes to the whole story and the dialogue of their characters and developing them as heroes of the JSA, they are underused. You're going for the action. But that's what I told myself going into this film. I said to myself, I'm going here for a fun time. I want to have fun watching this film. I don't expect this movie to be spectacular. I don't expect this movie to have an amazing plot, amazing dialogue, good humor. I don't expect that. I expect to be entertained. I expect the action to deliver. And I can tell you this, the action does deliver. This movie is non-stop action. That's all it is. It's action set piece to action set piece to action set piece to action set piece. It doesn't stop. I will say this, the beginning 30 minutes of this film is a very hard thing to get through. It's exposition on top of exposition. Pretty much a lot of what this movie is. A bunch of exposition. But it is heavy in the first 30 minutes to set up this film, to set up Black Adam, to set up Teth Adam and his character. Because to be honest, The Rock doesn't really speak that much. And when he does, it's a bunch of one-liners. But hey, that's The Rock playing as, you guessed that right, The Rock. But yeah, those first 30 minutes were very hard to get through. And then you finally get the appearance of Black Adam on the screen. And I gotta admit, it's amazing. And his entrance is chef kiss. This man is absolutely dropping bodies. And he drops a lot of bodies in this film. And this film pushes that rating. This is a PG-13 film. But at times, you might think it is rated R. Or you might think, wow, that scene was really close to rated R. Or what they just showed right there, I'm pretty sure you could put that in a rated R film. And if I am correct, this movie was initially rated R before they had to tone it down for us viewers and make it PG-13. And you see it here on screen. This man is dropping bodies the moment he steps on the screen. Absolutely disintegrating people. Ripping dudes in half. Ripping arms in half. Absolutely tossing guys thousands of feet in the air and watching them hit the ground. This man is killing people. And I liked it a little bit. The use of slow-mo is absolutely crazy in this film, especially, like I said, with Cyclone. But it is even crazier with Black Adam. Like, the man has his very own Quicksilver scene. And the slow-mo in that and the kills in that are absolutely insane, and it goes on for a very long time. Right then and there, you should know this is the type of film you're going to get. Non-stop action, brutal kills, tons of slow-mo. The fight between Black Adam and the JSA is great, and I gotta admit, I'll add on, there is a very particular fight scene between Hawkman and Black Adam in a room, and it put a smile on my face. I enjoyed that through and through. But the fight scenes between Black Adam and the JSA, him versus Dr. Fate is great. Him versus Hawkman, like I said, is great. Him versus Atom Smasher and Cyclone is great. All of them ganging up on him, just watching that whole scene play out is enough to make you smile. But then, after that ends, you got to get back to this movie trying to develop its characters. I'll tell you this. It is a chore. Did you hear me? This movie is a chore to get through from scene to scene. If the action is popping off on your screen, then you're going to have a fun time. But the second that dies down and you got to revisit or you got to watch this film try to develop its characters, it's a chore. Although this film is action nonstop, it does stop at times to develop its characters. Like I said, it stops at time to give us even more exposition than we already need. It stops at times to focus on certain characters you're not going to care about by the end of this film. But this movie is an average DCEU film. It's not the worst DCEU film. I can tell you that for sure. It is a mediocre film. It's an okay film. It's a meh film. It's an alright film. Out of 10, it is a 6 or a 7. Out of 5, it is a 3 out of 5 or a 2.5 out of 5. In my Letterboxd, I give it a 3 out of 5. In this review, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. It stays the same. But if I was to give you guys a 10, if you rate your score out of a 10, I'm giving this movie a 6 out of 10. It's a fun time. I told myself I wanted to have fun with this film, and I did. But that is just it. That's all this movie is just nothing but action. And I do love my action, but I do love a good story, and I do love some good characterization. And I just gotta say, this film fails at that. It delivers on the action, but everything other than action, it does not deliver. But should you reel this in? Yes, go reel this in. Go have a fun time. That is what the movie theaters are for. That is what these big box office blockbusters are for you to have a fun time. And Black Adam will give you that fun time. But I will say this, the most fun time you're going to have with this film is the post-credit scene. The post-credit scene is something you've been waiting for, something I've been waiting for, and a lot of people have been waiting for. And the post-credit scene delivers. I want to say it, but I can't say it because no spoilers here. But you know. I know you know. You know I know. You know. But yeah, the post-credit scene is going to be the most talked about thing about this film. And I feel like if The Rock did not already spoil it himself like he does with all of his movies, this man always spoils it. I feel like if he just kept his mouth quiet and did not tell us anything or who was in the post-credit scene, the reaction would be even bigger than ever. Like, people are already freaking out enough over the post-credit scene. But I feel like if we went into this film just thinking we're getting a Black Adam film and no post-credit scene, to sit there and see a post-credit scene and to see a certain person show up, oh my gosh. That would be one of the biggest crowd-pleasing moments of 2022. But yeah, this movie is a mixed bag. That's pretty much what I can say. Go watch this film, go reel it in, and just have a fun time. Set your expectations low. Honestly, if you're going into this movie with high expectations, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. Go in this movie, low expectations, have fun, grab you a nice cold drink, a big bag of popcorn, and just have fun. You know The Rock is going to be himself. The JSA is going to be great. The comedy is going to be here and here. The action won't disappoint. Everything else other than the action will be a disappoint. But it's a mixed bag and you're going to have a fun time. What do you think of Black Adam? If you have seen it, comment that down below. But if you're going to go see Black Adam, make sure to come back here and share your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I'm eager to know. But go reel this movie in and have a good time. My Letterboxd is linked if you guys want to hear more of my thoughts on this film. And also my TikTok review is linked to here if you guys would like to watch and hear me talk even more about this film. This is Reel It In Reactions. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next movie review or the next reaction here at Reel It In Reactions. I'm Reel It In Miles. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.